The chef-owner of the Fancy Everest in downtown Chicago is Jean Joho. Born and raised in Alsace, France, his early training was in his homeland and in Switzerland. In 1984, he came to Chicago to open the short-lived Maxim's. A year later, he opened Everest. He goes to his roots with wild sea bass and pumpernickel crust.
Filet of wild sea bass with pumpernickel crust. Number one, make you think what you have to cook first. First thing we cook the pea pods. Fresh pea pods. Always look, pea pods like to have string. I salt my water very well. I like to use some fresh salt, some fresh sea salt. Put this in boiling water and you cook it very well around for 2-3 minutes. Same time I make some ice ready and I will chuck it on. Number two, we will cut the fish. Wonderful sea bass. Always try to buy your fish with the skin on. You see the freshness for the fish. Take your skin away. You want to go not too close to the skin. Like how you can see, it's a fat on the bottom, and you want to take this away. But the fat is really the early part. Want to take every fat away. Okay, you're cutting a piece of fish. Four different pieces. Watch your pea pods, not overcook it. So one nice and green. And we make some water with some ice cube ready to shark it down. The best way is just taste it. And it takes a bit longer. It's very important when you undercook the vegetable, they have no flavor. And when you overcook it, they go mushy. Look for a nice texture, a little bit crunchy, but you want it cooked. When you serve it raw, serve it as a raw salad, but when you cook it in very well in salted water. Remove your pea pods. You shark them down in cold water with ice. You set aside a couple of minutes to cool it down. The next step is a pumpernickel crust. What we're using here, some grated pumpernickel. When we dry, we grate it. We have some horseradish oil, some fresh oil, some peanut oil added with some fresh grated horseradish. You wait around 2-3 days before we use it. We have some chopped caraway seed. Take around a tablespoon. I like to roast the caraway seed where they get much more flavor. You chop it very finely. You add this in your pumpernickel crust. Gives a nice and nutty flavor. You add some thyme, just a couple of spring. We add a bit chopped garlic. You season with salt and pepper. And you add some horseradish oil to a nice consistency, like a little paste. You see it goes really right away wet. Add little per little. A bit more. And you set aside to mix together the flavors. On for 10-15 minutes. Next step, making ready the fish. Take a pan where it goes in the oven. Just brush a little bit with butter, a bit salt, pepper. Just add a bit shallow to the bottom of the plate. So finishing the fish, take a piece of fish, same. It's very important, season everything what you're using. A bit salt, pepper. And you brush this with mustard.
This is obviously Dijon mustard.
You take a bit some cabbage, some sauerkraut. I call it in my homeland, or mayonnaise cabbage, Alsace style. You chop it finely. And you make one layer on the top from the fish. And you cover you add your pumpernickel, nice crust all over the top. Put this in your pan, really carefully, and you add some white wine. And you're cooking this around for 15 minutes in a hot oven.
At 400 degrees, it will cook in 8 minutes. A salad that will accompany the fish contains a julienne of the pea pods. The peas were discarded. Also, a julienne of homemade pickle will be part of the salad.
Adding in mustard, seasoned salt, pepper, maybe chive, add some vinegar. This is a kind of red wine vinegar what we use in Alsace, but you can substitute with a different vinegar. Add some horseradish oil.
The salad begins presentation.
And top the fish on top. Dye your fish. And you can sprinkle with some lobster oil on. And just put a bit fresh sugar, Captain Spring. it.